Good morning and welcome to ICE News. I'm Buddy Jones. Today marked the beginning of the race for the presidency of the United States. We started the day with a press conference in which former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton announced her candidacy for president.
That is why I am pleased to announce my running for the President of the United States of America.
That was followed by the announcement by entrepreneur and real estate mogul Donald Trump that he would also be running to become the next president of the United States.
So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you.
Our first surprise of the day came a short while later when Senator Rand Paul announced that he would be running as a third-party candidate.
I, Rand Paul, will be running for the next president of the United States.
This was followed by a rally in support of Donald Trump, in which Governors Sarah Palin and Scott Walker, along with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, announced their support for Donald Trump as the president.
McConnell endorsed Donald Trump for president. Though I may not agree with him on all subjects, and I may not approve of his temperance, it is our duty as congressmen to respect the voices of our voters. And they have overwhelmingly chosen Donald Trump to challenge Hillary Clinton in the general election. The most important thing this election for Republicans, I believe, is to stick together and remain united so we can preserve our legislative power.
Trump sat down for an exclusive interview with ICE News' Megyn Kelly. Take a look.
I can't aim my policies to. That's not what I do as a person. I don't aim my policies for one group or another. I just want to make America better. That's really what everybody does. They just want to improve America. But I make my policies, and then if it affects a group negatively, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. But I can't change my policies to be centered around one group. Is what I'm trying to say. ISIS, any national security threat. You can see us all on a website too. We're going to make sure ISIS doesn't mess with the U.S. But at the same time, I'm not for intervening. In a lot of situations, I would say, don't do that because, it'll do more harm than good. I want our military to be so strong that we never have to use it. That's what I want. I want it to be so strong. I want us to be feared. I want because relations will be great. The countries will love us. They'll love us. They'll love me. But I want to make it clear that they don't hurt our country. They don't threaten us. But relations will be great. We'll give money. We'll have deals with other countries. But I don't want there to be any military threats, which entails that we need to make our military a lot stronger. A lot stronger. Well, it's if we don't have the money for it. I would love Mexico to pay for the wall, and I could do it. I promise. That is a promise. I promise you that I can get Mexico to pay for that wall. But if we have the money, we can maybe split the costs or something along that lines. But it's not about that. It's about making sure that we stop illegal immigrants from getting into the U.S. And the logistics, I know the logistics, we can do it. We can do it. It's been done before. We can do it. Yes, well, here's what I'll say. Hillary takes stances of the military that I respect, but they're not strong enough. She doesn't know how to deal with the military, right? When she was in Secretary of State, she lied a lot. She went into Libya and, excuse my language, she screwed it up. She messed with it and now if you look at Libya, it's chaos. It's totally messed up because she doesn't know how to deal with problems. All right. And out of the Republicans, they probably don't take, they take similar strong military stances, but mine is the best because I am the best at the military. I say that a lot, but it's true.
Another candidate threw their hat into the ring when Senator Bernie Sanders also announced that he would be running.
Yes, I'm running as an independent third-party candidate.
To add to this, in an exclusive interview with ICE News' Chaz Goldman, former CEO of HP, Carly Fiorina, also announced that she would be running for president, making 5 candidates in total.
I, Carly Fiorina, am officially announcing my run for the president of the United States as a third-party candidate. Well, in the current situation in America, people are being forced to choose between the lesser of two evils, and I believe that America deserves more than that, and I believe I can offer a better option for everybody. Well, I believe that right now there campaigns are very thin, and that I am offering a much stronger position, many stronger values and goals. That is what America needs right now. They don't need people who are just running these small campaigns. They need someone strong. And I also believe that instead of just building a wall, as frontrunner Donald Trump has very much explained, I believe that we should instead actually fix the immigration system. And this includes the broken visa system that we are using currently. And I also strongly believe in putting power back in the states. And I believe that if the government has less control over the economy, it will allow the economy to thrive more. And I have been I was the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, and so I know the effects of the economy. I have been a successful businesswoman.
The day ended with some shocking news. Senator Rand Paul dropped out of the race and endorsed Donald Trump for the presidency. Stay tuned for more info from ICE News, where we make politics crystal clear. Welcome to ICE News. I'm Buddy Jones. We started today with policy speeches from the four candidates currently in play: Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Carly Fiorina, and Bernie Sanders. Overnight, the Trump campaign released a short list of possible presidential candidates. We sat down with all three in exclusive interviews with ICE News.
Good morning, America. I'm Chaz Goldman with ICE News, and today I'm with former Alaskan Governor Sarah Palin. Nice to see you, Ms. Palin.
Thank you.
So there's been rumors swirling around about you being the possible vice presidential pick for Donald Trump. Do you have anything to comment about that?
I think it would be great if I could be his VP. I think I add a lot to his views. Yeah, I definitely think that could help. And I may not have the same views as like Hillary or something, but me being a woman will definitely get people to see that like Trump he's not a bad guy. People think he's a horrible guy, and he's really not.
And today I'm with Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker. How are you, Mr. Walker?
Pretty good, thank you.
It's nice to see you. There's been a lot floating around about your possible vice presidential chances with Mr. Trump. Do you have anything to say about that?
No, I think I'd just like to support Trump and whatever he wants to do for this country.
During your endorsement speech, you made clear that you had some policy differences with Mr. Trump. Would you still be open to being his vice president, even though you differ in some areas of policy?
I would say more so. As vice president, I could look to maybe reform some of his policy implementation ideals and maybe some of his policy ideas.
All right, Brian Robertson here from ICE News with Mr. Rand Paul. So, Mr. Paul, why did you choose to endorse Mr. Donald Trump?
You know, I feel like in order for this country to grow, we as the Republican Party need to unite. And I may not have been the candidate to unite the Republican Party, but I really feel that Donald Trump was.
So your name is on a short list for potential vice presidential candidates for Donald Trump. How do you feel about this?
I'm honored. I think that it was a good decision. I think that if we were to work together in office, we could get a lot done. And I just think I'm truly honored to be on your short list.
Next, rallies were held by both the Clinton and the Trump campaigns, where both Clinton and Trump announced a plethora of endorsements. Towards the end of the day, we saw some shocking news develop. Senator Sanders approached the Clinton campaign and offered to drop out of the race if he was accepted as her vice presidential candidate.
Earlier today, Senator Sanders came to the Hillary for America campaign with a proposition. Senator Sanders said that he would drop out of the presidential race if Secretary Clinton were to name him as her VP. This shows Sanders' lack of commitment to his personal beliefs and values and shows his true ambition.
At today's press conference, Secretary Clinton announced her short list for vice presidential candidates. This list included Senator Lewis, Representative Gillibrand, and current Vice President Joe Biden. Shocking news today, Vice President Joe Biden informs an ICE News correspondent that he's been told that he's not a serious candidate for vice president. Stay tuned for more info on this exciting presidential race at IceCAPPotus, where we make politics crystal clear. Hello and welcome to ICE News. I'm Buddy Jones. The day began with the debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Carly Fiorina did not participate in the debate because she did not meet the polling requirement necessary.
I don't think so, because we're dealing with ISIS. It's a possibility. That's not a definite thing that it'll create, it'll create terrorism. It's a definite thing that ISIS is a threat. That's a fact. That's when we're talking about ISIS may, look, I'm getting the stop sign. ISIS may, cause a threat to us. We might not cause terrorism over there.
I fully support the Iran nuclear deal, just as I did as a senator, and as I did as a Secretary of State. And I fully intend to make sure that the Iran nuclear deal stands its ground. I would love to pass it through Congress and have it so that both Congress and the executive supports the deal. But if not, because I believe it is of utmost importance for this country, I will continue to leave it as an executive agreement.
Clinton and Trump traded jabs for most of the debate, but the excitement began when Ms. Fiorina, who was protesting the debate, was forcefully removed from the debate stage. A scary moment happened in this one when a supporter of Donald Trump attacked Secretary Clinton.
That's right. State your opinion. Make America great again. Assassination.
Hello and welcome to IceNews. I'm Buddy Jones. Today, IceNews hosted an exclusive debate between the two conservative candidates. Here are their opening statements.
So let's get started. Mr. Trump, we'll hear your opening statement first.
Look, I'm here to unite the Republican Party. That's why I'm here. I'm here to talk to Carly Fiorina's voters, and I'm here to say, look, I'm here to say that I want them to vote for me because she doesn't have enough votes to win. She really doesn't. She doesn't have enough support. She doesn't have the movement that I have behind me. All the Americans speaking behind speaking for my policies. She doesn't have that. She's not going to win. The only thing voting for her will do is get a Democrat elected. Thanks. Ms. Fiorina, we'll hear from you now.
I would like to say again that as both a conservative and a woman, I am the best of both worlds. It is time for women, because right now, women are not getting equal pay for equal work. And what I want to say is he wants to do equal... Okay, you know what? Listen, people have been asking me about the spoiler effect and how... I want to talk about the spoiler... People are asking me about the spoiler effect and how I'm taking votes away from Trump. But all I want to say is, if anything, Trump is taking votes away from me. He has no policy. No policy. Like he says he does, his people write for him. His people write policy for him and he says it. But really, I've been working so hard for these past 3 days making policy. I've been making policy, and I've been making policy that's good for women and for men.
We got some insight into Carly Fiorina's interesting policy.
So could you touch on some of the policies that are deep, cut to the bone for you, and how they differ from Mr. Trump's policies?
Oh, my two main policies involve the economy and taxing, and the other one involves women's rights in the workforce. So first, I will talk about the one that has to do with economy and taxing. So it is time for a new tax plan. It is time to repeal the tax code. So I will work with Congress to repeal the tax code and cut loopholes for wealthy taxpayers. Because right now, these wealthy taxpayers are getting ahead in the game, and they're already ahead because they already have so much more money. And I don't think Trump understands that with all of his extra wealth. And I think that if, by repealing this tax code...
Sorry, what is that?
By repealing this tax code, it will give wealthy taxpayers, it'll give a leveler playing field in the economy. And also, especially for women, I want to create, within the bureaucracies, I want to create a way for women and other people as well who are worried about the equality for women to have someone to go to when they feel like they are being directly attacked.
Trump spent a large portion of the debate focusing on party unity.
First, I want to say, a few days ago, she said, "I am a woman, and I am not voting for you, to Hillary's face. She said that. She also said, Hillary cannot, this is word for word, Hillary cannot be trusted. She cannot do the job of the President of the United States of America. And she said, it is up to me and you to make sure she does not get elected. She said that, word for word. So I don't know what she's thinking, saying, look, vote for Hillary, vote for a Democrat, not a conservative. She claims her supporters are conservative. And I know they're conservative, but what she's not getting is that she's leaning liberal, and she's making sure that a Democrat gets elected.
Carly Fiorina was attacked on her questionable Supreme Court nominee choice.
I'm sorry, do you have, in the off chance that she wins the election, which is almost unfathomable, what is your Supreme Court nomination?
My Supreme Court nomination is...
Look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. Look, she doesn't even know who she's gonna nominate.
My Supreme Court nomination is,
She's buying time. Do you see that? Look at that. She's laughing. She doesn't know.
Mr. Trump.
Okay. Let her finish. Sure.
Do you have a Supreme Court nominee in mind as now, Ms. Fiorina, or if you are elected, will you look forward while you're in office?
Yes. I believe that Ted Cruz would be a good Supreme Court nominee.
Ted Cruz.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh man.
Ted Cruz has said explicitly that he has no interest in being a Supreme Court justice. As he said, it's quote boring, as I read in an article a couple days ago. So,
Buddy Jones here for IceNews inside the conference room. Both major candidates just announced their vice presidential picks. Secretary Clinton chose Representative from Hawaii, Tulsi Gabbard, a controversial pick considering she was not on Clinton's original shortlist. Senator John Lewis, an original member of the shortlist, was very upset at this declaration and left the room in disgrace.
Attention, this is John Lewis, and I have some pertinent information about your new vice president. Not only did Tulsi Gabbard say that Hillary Clinton is the lesser of two evils, but also she was hesitant to even endorse Hillary in the first place. John Lewis out.
Donald Trump chose Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin, a member of his shortlist. I'm pleased to announce that IceNews is officially endorsing Donald Trump. We hope you do the same. From me, Buddy Jones, and all of us here, thanks for watching IceNews, where we make politics crystal clear. Stay tuned for campaign ads.
The Iran nuclear deal? Yes. Well, I believe that it is... Wait, that's between the United States and Iran. Hillary Clinton. Well, I don't believe...
Donald Trump says he stands for racial justice.
We need to make sure that nobody is discriminated against. Nobody.
But in 1972, the federal government sued Trump over a constant pattern and practice of discrimination in his housing policies. Trump Management Incorporated systemically denied rentals to African Americans and other minorities in favor of white, wealthier tenants. If Donald Trump opposes discrimination, he sure has a funny way of showing it.
Look, this is the hip thing that everybody's doing now, so I want to prove that me, Donald Trump, I'm the best candidate. I'm the best candidate for President of the United States. I know it, and you're about to know it.
Got Jenna on the beat. Hillary, you suck, you don't know what you're doing. If you're president, then America will be ruined. Hillary, you suck, you don't know what you're doing. If you're president, then America will be ruined.
Hey Hillary, you crooked snake, think you do something, but you just a fake. Yeah, I'm throwing shade, just accept your fate. You'll never be more than the Secretary of State. Can respond on Twitter. Why you ducking shade? Girl, who make you so bitter? Yeah, that White House aide, that White House aide. No one likes you on the left or the right. You always telling Bill Monica can't stay the night. So just go and quit. Yeah, do us all a favor, man. Just take the L. Let me make America greater.
Hillary, you suck, you don't know what you're doing.
I have a lot of policy goals, I have a lot of ideas, and I know what I'm doing. You know, we're gonna keep jobs in America.